You know, we throw the word masterpiece around a lot, but what actually makes a film a masterpiece? I mean, not just good, but a real, honest-to-goodness, timeless classic. Well, today, we're going to try to figure that out. We're going to deconstruct a pretty glowing review of the 2001 epic The Fellowship of the Ring and really see what kind of case a critic makes for that big claim. Okay, so this review, it doesn't waste any time. Right out of the gate, it makes this massive claim. The Fellowship of the Ring is a cinematic masterpiece. Whoa, that's a seriously high bar to set. So the question is, how in the world does the critic back that up? Let's find out. And get this, the claims don't even stop there. The reviewer also calls it a timeless classic. Okay, but what does that actually mean, right? It's a great phrase, but what's the evidence? We're going to dig right into the critic's reasoning and see exactly what arguments they're using to prove this film has, really stood the test of time. All right, so the review starts by building its case, kind of like building a house, right from the foundation. And the first big argument is that the film's success all starts with its incredible, absolutely foundational world building. And right away, the critic points the finger at one person in particular, the director, Peter Jackson. The whole argument here is that his biggest achievement wasn't just, adapting a book. It was making the world of Middle-earth feel like a real, tangible, lived-in place, a place you felt like you could actually step right into. Okay, so you've got this amazing, immersive world, but that's only half the battle, right? The review argues that what really makes the film click, what makes it all work, is the story at its very core, this perilous journey. And at the absolute heart of that story is one single object, the One Ring. The review makes it super clear this isn't just some shiny prop. No, it's the engine driving the entire plot. It's this incredibly dangerous artifact that's threatening all of Middle-earth. I mean, the stakes? They literally couldn't be any higher. So who gets stuck carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders? Well, the review points out that it's the classic, unlikely hero. It's not some powerful king or a legendary warrior. Nope. It's a humble hobbit, Frodo Baggins, who suddenly gets handed this absolutely terrifying burden. But the good news is Frodo isn't going it alone, and this is a big deal for the reviewer. They really emphasize the theme of unity by highlighting this incredible, diverse group that joins him. You've got men, wizards, elves, dwarves. I mean, these are ancient rivals who are all putting their differences aside and bringing their unique strengths together for one common cause. And here's the thing, according to the critic, that physical trek, across mountains and through dark forests, that isn't even the real journey. The story's true power, where it really hits you, is in its emotional core. It's a quest that's all about courage, about sacrifice, and at the end of the day, about the incredible strength of friendship. Okay, so a great story is one thing, but you need great execution to pull it off. So how did they bring this epic tale to life? Well, the review dives into that next, looking at all the technical and artistic skill that went into crafting this film. The critic basically breaks down the film's artistic success into three key pillars. First, the performances. They're called brilliant, and they give a special shout out to Ian McKellen's just iconic portrayal of Gandalf. Then there's the music. Howard Shore's score is praised for giving every single moment this epic, emotional depth. And finally, the visuals. The review just calls them breathtaking, alive, and immersive. And when we're talking about the visuals, the review makes a really crucial point that gets back to that whole timeless claim we heard earlier. It says the effects still hold up remarkably well. And just think about that for a second. How many big CGI-heavy films from the early 2000s look, well, kind of cheesy now? The fact that this one doesn't, that's a huge testament to the incredible craftsmanship that went into it. But look, technical brilliance on its own doesn't make a classic. The review really drives this point home, arguing that the film's true, lasting power comes from something much deeper, making it, as they say, more than a fantasy. This is where the review really gets to the heart of the matter, to the film's soul. The argument is that if you can look past all the swords and the magic, you find something way more profound. It's not just some simple good guys versus bad guys story. No, it's a really powerful narrative about hope, about unity, and about what it means to stand together against just overwhelming darkness. And this whole idea is summed up just perfectly in one quote from the review. It calls the film a beautifully crafted journey that continues to inspire audiences. And that, right there, That points to that lasting emotional punch, the thing that stays with you long after the credits have rolled. So, after breaking down the story, the artistry, and those deep themes, the review brings it all home. It's time for the final verdict. And yeah, after building a case this strong, it's probably not a huge surprise where this lands. A perfect score, 5 out of 5 stars. It's the ultimate validation of that super bold claim right at the beginning, that this film is a true masterpiece. So the final verdict? It's crystal clear. This isn't just a recommendation, it's more like a call to action. The critic is basically saying this is a must-watch, and not just for fantasy fans, but for anyone who loves a grand adventure and appreciates the art of great filmmaking. So what's the takeaway here? Well, according to this review, timelessness isn't just one thing. It's this perfect storm, right? It's a mix of immersive world building, powerful storytelling, flawless technical skill, and themes that really truly resonate deep down inside us. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, one question for you. What do you think makes a film truly last forever?